Okay, we're going to try this again. Section 13.3, constructing the unit circle. So fingers crossed. Okay, so first thing we're going to do is look at different values on the unit circle. So apologize, this is my first time doing this. We'll see what happens. I don't have my little handy dandy marker holder. Okay, so here we go. If I ask you, first let's figure out where sine and cosine are on the unit circle. So you have that the sine is opposite over hypotenuse, but on the unit circle, the hypotenuse is always 1, which leaves you with the opposite side, which is the y coordinate on the unit circle. And then you have the cosine, which is adjacent over hypotenuse. But the hypotenuse is 1, which leaves you with the adjacent side, which is the x coordinate. So on the unit circle, this is not correct. On the unit circle, x coordinate is cosine and the y coordinate is sine. Okay, tangent. So tangent is opposite over adjacent. Tangent is opposite over adjacent. Okay, opposite, y coordinate. Adjacent, x coordinate. So tangent is equal to y over x. That's great to know. It's also a great shortcut if you recognize that the y coordinate is sine and the x coordinate is cosine. Okay, so that's tangent, and that is very helpful. Okay, so let's look at then how do you evaluate some of the values on the unit circle. So how about if I ask you to find the, let's just start with like the sine of 120 degrees. Okay, so the sine of 120 degrees. Well, I just lost one of my lights, sorry. This is the first time for everything. So the sine of 120, first thing I do is find 120 on the unit circle. So the first thing I do is find 120 on the unit circle. So 120, you do not have to draw that out. 120, draw in, your reference angle is 60 degrees. Miss Babiak, this takes a really long time. Why can't I just use my unit circle? Because you can't. You have to understand where it comes from. So 60 degrees, opposite, root 3 over 2. Adjacent, negative 1/2. So the sine is opposite, which is root 3 over 2. Or if you do have your unit circle memorized, which I don't think you should do, if you recognize that this point on the unit circle is negative 1/2. So if you happen to know on your unit circle that the coordinate is negative 1/2 root 3 over 2, and you know that sine is y is root 3 over 2. Okay. how about the secant of negative, how about negative 90? Okay, so my suggestion to you is find negative 90. That's right here. Okay? And this point is 0, -1. Okay, so secant is 1 over the cosine, which is 1 over the cosine of 270. Negative 90 degrees is the same as positive 270 degrees. Okay, so cosine. Well, cosine is adjacent, yeah? Where is the adjacent here, though? The adjacent doesn't exist. The adjacent doesn't exist. So adjacent is, cosine is the x coordinate. The cosine, 270. So the x, sorry, let me start over. The coordinates of 270 are 0, -1. Those are the coordinates of 270. This is x, y, cosine, sine. So the cosine of 270 is 0, 1 over 0, which is undefined. Okay, so huge takeaway. Cosine, sine. Tangent is y over x, which is sine over cosine. Those are two huge takeaways. Okay, and as you have questions, follow the stream on Classroom, and I'll try to do more problems for you.